Hi there, I'm Dylan Souza, and I'm currently pursuing my Masters of Business Administration at Kristu Jayanti University, Kotanur, Bangalore. So, as part of our HPW course, abbreviated as Human Psychology at Work, me with my friends were given the assignment to explain the process theories of motivation, the merits and demerits, the applications, and how the comparison is between the three process theories. So first let's understand what motivation is. So it is nothing but an inner psychological drive directing behavior towards specific goals. So what that means is that it's a drive that comes from within, which denotes your behavior towards achieving the goals that you want in life. For example, us students, when we wake up in the morning to come to class at 9 a.m., there is an inner psychological drive here. That is the motivation. Motivate mission to be managers someday, may it be in whatever field, marketing, finance, business analytics, HR, etc. So the process theories are basically focusing on how motivation works through cognitive processes. So cognitive processes in the sense, what they mean to say is that how we perceive things, how we are able to remember things and connect them in our mind, all the processes that happen in our mind. So you motivation basically works through these so that we can be able to achieve our goals in the future. So the key question here is that how do individuals choose actions and they allocate the effort that they have to put. So that's where we explain about process theories. So the process theories explain the how of motivation and the cognitive processes and decisions that each individual takes and examines efforts of all the allocation choices. So the three major theories that we're going to talk about is expectancy theory, equity theory, and goal setting theory. So expectancy theory is the topic that I will be talking about and will be sharing the merits of it on it, while the rest will be continued with my peer members. So expectancy theory, effort, performance, and reward. So the main idea here is that motivation is based on expected outcomes and their attractiveness. So what this theory says that employees will only be motivated to work when they know that a certain outcome would be there if they put efforts in it. For example, if I am tomorrow to join a company and I join the field of marketing, I will only be motivated to work harder and to put effort if I know that tomorrow there might be a change in my position from junior marketing executive to senior marketing executive. So that is the outcome that would be something that's on my mind. So basically, this theory made by Victor Vroom in 1964 focuses on this, the outcome, how the inner psychological drive that we talked about, otherwise known as motivation, comes thanks to the outcomes being clear in a person's mind. So people act when they expect these desired results only. So let's talk about three aspects here. Expectancy, belief that effort will lead to performance. Means if I work harder, I'll definitely succeed in my goals and I'll be in the position that I want to and achieve my goals. Instrumentality, believe that performance will bring rewards. If I succeed, I will definitely be rewarded, maybe in terms of commission when it comes to sales or a marketing person. And valence, value placed on the reward. Do I actually want this outcome? Is this what I'm looking for? Am I looking to get at a good position, irrespective of the pay? Or maybe sometimes if I want to just be more financial cost conscious and don't really care much about being in a better position in the future. So a general formula would be motivation is equal to E into I into V. That's expectancy into instrumentality into balance. And what's critical here is that all three components must be high. So, talking about the merits of this expectancy theory, it links performances to rewards clearly. Okay, so for a marketing or sales person, it's very clear that, for example, if they have a target and if they meet the 100% of their target, they might be getting, like, let's say rupees 5,000. So if they make 120 percentage, a 20 percentage extra than the target, they might get maybe, let's say around 6,800. So here the rewards that they will achieve are very clear. So that's the first merit. Coming on to the second one, focuses on individual perceptions. So not each individual would be motivated by the outcomes that would be. It depends on their perceptions. Like, just like how we've taken this example of salesperson. For one person, it might be that achieving these goals would make him happy. That would be the outcome that he would want, that he would be paid well in commission. While for another person, it might put that person in pressure, under pressure, and he would just not feel that it's the right way, and would not be motivated by this outcome, even though he would be paid handsomely for it. He might think that the effort that they have to put is just too much and it's not worth it. So that's how this focuses on individual perceptions, each different to each employee. Coming to the third one, encouraging transparent reward system. The rewards here are very clear. For sales or marketing guy, the commission, it's clear that if you achieve these goals, you'll be able to um, achieve these rewards. It's also quite very logical. And the fourth one is practical for incentive design. So the incentives here basically are clearly defined. Okay, and it's very practical as how the market works and what would make an employee motivated.
Hello everyone, I am Marita Roy. Expectancy theory. Expectancy theory is a motivation theory that processes that an individual will behave or act in a certain way because they are motivated to select a specific behavior over others due to what they expected the result of the selected behavior will be. The core theory focuses on key elements. Demerits of expectancy theory assumes purely rational decisions, ignores motivation factors, difficulty to measure A, it represented by expectancy, I, it represents instrumentality, and V, it represents valency. Not everyone is exactly motivated. Our next one is applying expectancy theory. Goal for applying expectancy theories is the primary goal of applying expectancy theory is to optimize the link between efforts, performance, and reward. This is done to enhance motivate for both organization and individuals. Apply at the workplace. Incentive system. Organization can create performance-based bonus tied to measurable achievements. For example, a sales team might receive bonus for hitting a specific sales target. Clear communication. We all know that communication is the most important thing in an organization. Clear communication will achieve our goals easily. It's crucial for management to clearly communicate how extra effort will lead to specific desired outcomes. Employees must understand the connection between their action and their rewards. They must know about the reward system clearly. Application of self motivation. Realistic goals. Individuals should set challenges but achievable targets. This creates high expectancy, meaning they will believe that efforts will lead to success. Because of that expectation, they will work more efficiently. And value elements. It's important to identify personally meaningful rewards, this increases valency, which is the value in individuals placed on particular outcome. Clear path. A clear path outlining the steps needed to attain goal should be defined. This strengthens instrumentality. The belief that achieving a certain level of performance will lead to desired outcomes. Thank you.
I'm Neha Jacob from first year MBA batch. So I'll be explaining the equity theory of motivation, a key process theory that helps us understand how fairness influences employee motivation. So what is equity theory? So equity theory was proposed by John Stacey Adams in 1963. The theory suggests that employees are motivated when they feel they are treated fairly in comparison to others. People compare their inputs like effort, skills, and time with outputs such as salary, recognition, or promotions. So, if employees perceive fairness or equity, they stay motivated. But if they sense inequality, either being under rewarded or over rewarded, it can cause dissatisfaction or stress. So the equity can be understood through a simple formula. Employees input divided by output ratio is equal to others input divided by output ratio. So when this ratio is balanced, employees feel motivated and satisfied. But if it is unequal, they may reduce effort, demand more rewards, or even leave the job. So the example for the in the workplace is that imagine two employees doing similar work. If one is paid more without any clear reason, the other may feel demotivated or less committed. Managers can maintain motivation by ensuring transparent pay, equal opportunities, and fair recognition systems. And the applications at work is that in the workplace, equity theory helps managers to ensure fair compensation and reward systems, promote open communication about performance and pay, encourage teamwork and trust by treating employees consistently, reduce turnover by maintaining perceived fairness. And the application for self motivation is that equity theory also applies to self motivation. Individuals can set realistic expectations about rewards, focus on personal growth instead of constant comparison, practice self-assessment to maintain internal balance. So the some key merits of equity theory are promotes fairness and justice in the workplace, improves employee satisfaction and productivity, enhances trust and loyalty between staff and management, encourages open feedback and transparency. So, in conclusion, equity theory reminds us that a fairness is a powerful motivator, and when people feel valued and treated equally, they give their best at work. So, as leaders or individuals, maintaining equity helps build stronger motivation, moral, and mutual respect. So, that's all about the presentation.
Okay, so let's begin with the limitations of equity theory. So this theory hinges on fairness, but its flaws arise from its reliance on perception and comparison. Number one, it fosters jealousy and rivalry. The theory focuses too much on comparison. People constantly check their inputs outcome ratio against a peers. This intense scrutiny can easily breed jealousy and unhealthy rivalry within a team. Perceptions are subjective. The evaluation of fairness is entirely based on how an individual feels. Perceptions of equity are highly subjective and often based on incomplete information, making it challenging for managers to consistently satisfy everyone, and it's mostly biased. Ignores individual differences. Crucially, it ignores individual differences in tolerance. Some people are naturally less bothered by perceived under-reward while others are extremely sensitive. And to make this theory work in the real world, we must proactively manage perceptions, ensure equal pay for equal work, maintain transparency in processes like promotions and recognition to build trust, address perceptions of unfairness quickly to prevent demotivation. And on a personal level, for your own motivation, the best advice is to avoid comparing yourself excessively with others and instead focus on personal growth and fairness in your own efforts and rewards. And now we move to the goal setting theory. The core concept is that specific and challenging goals lead to higher performance than vague or easy ones. It was developed by Edwin, Locke, and Gary Latham. The theory's famous quote summarizes it perfectly: setting clear, achievable, and challenging goals motivates people to perform better. Goal setting works because it gives purpose and focus. Motivation in this context depends on four key factors: goal clarity, the goal must be specific and quantifiable. Goal difficulty, they should be challenging enough to inspire others but not impossible. Feedback, regular feedback is essential for tracking progress and course correction. Commitment, the individual must be truly committed to achieving the goal. And this theory proves that well-defined, ambitious target is the most effective way to channel effort and increase persistence.
Good morning, everyone. So I'll be talking about merit and goal setting theory. So provide clean direction, and one of the biggest strength of this theory is that it gives individual a clear sense of purpose and direction. When goals are specific, people know what expected from them and can plan their action accordingly. And second one is enhancing motivation and focus, like setting challenges goal encourages employee to push their limits, stay focused on their priorities, and avoid distraction. So, and the third is improving performance. Like the studies have shows that when people have clearly defined goal, they perform better than those who do not. The clarity help in measuring progress and maintaining the moment. And the fourth one is encouraging persistence, and when goals are challenged yet achievable, individuals tend to prescribe long and are more determined and overall. So these are the merits which I've said. And the demerits of goal setting theory. Overly challenge goal can cause strength when goals are too difficult or individual may feel pressured, frustrated, or leading to burnout. And second one is a risk of narrow focus. People might focus too much on achieving goal and ignore other important aspect of work, such as creative, ethnic, or teamwork. So I'll be telling about a third point, which is for demerit. Quality may be compromised, like in trying to meet a goal quickly, employee might sacrifice quality for quantity, especially when reward are tied only to outcomes. And the fourth one might be will be required continuous feedback. So without proper monitoring and feedback, individually might lose track of progress or direction, reducing the motivation impact. So depending, and the last one is depending on goal commitment. So if an employee are not truly committed or do not understand the value of the goal, setting it will have literally to no motivation
So
effect.
good morning, everyone. My name is Anthony Robit. I'm like presenting like application at workplace. Like compensation equities are there. There are more equities. The expectations theory, equity theory, and goal setting theory. In that, now in expectation theory, in an organization, this theory is used to design the performance-based reward systems, and margin connects employees' effort directly with the results and the rewards, like bonus promotions and recognitions, clearly communications about how performance lead to outcome and motivates employee to work harder and stay committed. So then the equity theory, it helps the maintaining a fairness and responsibilities, transparency within the workplace. When employees feel that their effect, skills and output reward fairly compared to other, they start motivated. And the HR department apply this theory through the equal pay policy and fair appraisals and open communication to avoid demotivations or conflict. And the goal settings, organizations apply these settings, smart goals, measurables, achievables, and relevant. And time bonus manager provide a regular feedback and recognitions. So next, the next one is this applications in self motivation. Application and self motivations. There are in that three theories also there. The same theory like expectation theory, equity theory, goal setting theories. The individual can motivate themselves by believing their effect will lead to positive results. And uh, for example, studying consistency can lead to a good mark and better career opportunity. Recognitions with the connections and helps and maintain consistency and effect. The equity theory, the self motivations improve a person's avoid uh, comparing themselves too much with others. And instead of focus on personal growth and fairness, the reward yourself fairly for your hard work and achievement. The goal settings theory is like getting clear and challenge a personal goal, boost motivation with down your goals, and tracking progress with celebrating small achievement, help maintaining focus using deadlines and self check, keep you disciplined and you're driven. And the lost in comparisons of all theories, comparison of all theories, the the theories focus on link between effort, performance, reward. The people feel motivated when they believe their hard work with lead goods and performance and valuable reward. And these comparisons, the employees stay motivated when they feel their reward compared to others. And finally, lock and goal settings theories emphasize the clarity, challenge, and feedback. The motivation increase the individual when clear and specific goal to work forward. Thank you.